G'day legends, welcome to episode 83 of Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. My name is Browny, I'm your podcast host. It's been an absolute pleasure doing these podcasts for you. Thank you very much for tuning in every week and checking it out. Or if you're here for the first time, welcome. What we do with this podcast is essentially this is a radio show in podcast form. So you can find out what's happening in the music news here in Australia. I'll play a whole bunch of new songs for you and get on the man and legend that is Marcus Bridge from Northlane. The band have their brand new album Alien coming out tomorrow, August 2nd, and this album is a masterpiece. I don't get the chance to use that word very often, but everything about this album is amazing. The band have headed away from that metalcore direction and they're taking in elements like industrial metal, EDM, and putting it all together to create a heavy album that also has softer elements throughout it as well. But that's not the heaviest thing about this album. This album was created from stories from Marcus's upbringing, a very twisted and messed up place for him to grow from, and then eventually come out the other side. And that's the kind of thing that he wanted to talk about with this album, talking about the lyrical content and everything like that, that regardless of the fact that you go through hard times, there is always something waiting for you at the end of it all. There's always hope and something for you to push through the pain and everything like that. So that's exactly what we're talking about in today's interview, all about those struggles he faced and the hope on the other side, plus of course the heavy sound the band have produced with this album, which I had to give a 10 out of 10 when I reviewed it. You can check that out at wallofsoundau.com. Marcus is on the way, but there is plenty more to get through, including brand new music on the way for Of Mice and Men. That there is the title track from the band's new album, Earth and Sky. We're also going to take a look at the upcoming Fred Durst movie, which is obviously him directing it, not starring in it, but it stars a couple of big name actors, and I never in my life imagined that I would be keen to see a movie directed by Fred Durst. We'll talk about that soon, but right now I wanted to get this on for you, the brand new song for Skinned. Now, this band have sort of been on the rise over the past couple of months, and they put out a song a few months back called Jim Jones, which is great, gritty, true crime music is what it's called, with a heavy sound. And what they do is they write songs about serial killers or murderers and give it that kind of creepy, ambient kind of sound behind it and release it as a song. One of the two new songs they put out recently is called Tyler Hadley, and the story behind this is it's based upon the guy who murdered his parents, hid the bodies, and then threw a party at his house hours later. This only happened back in 2011, and it's insane to think that Skin can write a song about this story, put it into a song form, and then produce something incredibly heavy that gets you interested in wanting to find out more about this story. So, I'm getting it on for you right now. This is brand new Skinned. It's called Tyler Hadley on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
Oh, hey mom, can I know? Hey mom, can you know? Hey mom, can you know? I guess you really gotta know. Gonna take an E, gonna make it free. Gonna make it when you're down, you're gonna fucking see. Hammer in the game, hammer in a brain.
Hammer in a head, I
Hit it, hammer all the same. Gotta do it now, gotta do it how. Don't you worry,
I'm gonna
fucking do it now.
boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang 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 bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang 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 bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang 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 bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang.
It's the cracker.
Boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang 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 bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang bang.
Song, play a round of pong, play a game of no one's in, but hey, I could be wrong. No one up the stairs, no one really cares. Gonna party hard, I'm gonna party in the yard. All my I'ma call it. You should feel lucky. Why don't you feel lucky? You should feel lucky. Why don't you feel lucky?
Hey, this is Sean from Make Them Suffer, and you're listening to Wall of Sound, Us Against the Wall.
As I hope for a better life.
That right there is called Ideations, the brand new song for Perth band Make Way for Man on Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall, and you might have noticed a recognisable voice there. It's fellow Perth musician Sean Hermanis from Make Them Suffer. Two great Perth bands doing some heavy things, and I have to say it's fantastic to see Make Way for Man making their way back to the music scene again. You might remember a couple of weeks ago I played their cover of Our City's Fireflies, and while that was on the more melodic side, it's great to see this new song here, seeing the band return to form with a heavy backing behind them. Looking forward to see what they do in future. Hopefully they have an album on the way as well. Either way, we'll keep you posted on everything they do at wallofsoundau.com. And if you head over there right now, check out the new music section. You'll find the brand new album on the way for Lacuna Coil. Their new album is called Black Anima, and they've released the very first song from it called Layers of Time. Now, if you like those bands that have this switch between heavy screams and melodic vocals with that genty guitar backing, you're gonna absolutely love this song here. The album comes out October 11, so if you like what you hear, make sure you go pre-order it. But this is Layers of Time, the brand new one for Lacuna Coil, on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
My heart is blind and frozen.
Hey, this is Valentino from A Mice and Men, and you're listening to Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall.
The band is of Mice and Men. The song is called Earth and Sky, and the album is called Earth and Sky. No, it's actually called Earth and Sky, but it's all put together without spaces, Earth and Sky. That's their latest one, and the band are heading in a more metal direction. We've known this in the past. The band have said they wanted to move away from being labelled as a metalcore band and showcase the talent that they have behind them. I think the band are great, and, you know, they can actually prove that they've got this great sound behind them, and we've seen elements of this in the singles they've released so far, including How to Survive and Mushroom Cloud, both of which are on the new album, which comes out on September 27th through Rise Records. If you're a fan of the band and you love them at Download Festival last year, I think it was? Yeah, last year. Make sure you go and check them out. You might also remember they opened for Limp Bizkit, who did those Download Festival sideshows in 2018. And talking about Limp Bizkit, frontman Fred Durst is renowned for directing a couple of things here and there, whether it be music videos or short films or whatever. But he's also got himself a brand new thriller on the way called The Fanatic. Now, this movie stars John Travolta and Devon Sawa, who you might remember from Final Destination. Now, the plot of this movie goes along the lines of John Travolta is a rabid fanboy who tries to track down his favourite celebrity, played by Devon, and once he finds out where he lives, he breaks into his house, and that's when all this dark and twisted shit starts happening. The trailer for the movie pulls off some of those Misery vibes, you know, the Stephen King movie and book from way back in the day. However, it's kind of been based loosely upon some of the experiences that Fred Durst has had in the past. Obviously, you know, when you're the frontman for Limp Bizkit and you do some crazy shit like he's done over the years, you're bound to attract some crazy people in the process. So I'm keen and eager to see what Fred does with this. We know that this man is like really thought out with everything he does. So the trailer wasn't actually half that bad. If you haven't had the chance to go check it out, make sure you do it. You can see it at wallofsoundau.com. Just search for The Fanatic. But right now, let's flash back to one of the very first music videos that Fred Durst actually directed. This is Eat You Alive by Limp Bizkit on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
Close to the scent that you left behind, I'd be fine. No doubt that you bring out the end. I'm all inside. I'd eat you alive. I'd eat you alive. I'd eat you alive. I'd eat you alive. Nothing at all to do with me, but I want you. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting you, 'cause I'm a man and I can think what the hell I want. You got that straight? No doubt that I'd love to sniff on them panties now. I'd eat you alive. I'd eat you alive. I'd eat you alive. I'd eat you alive. I'm sorry, so sorry. Damn, you're so hot. Your beauty is so vain. Damn, you're so hot. It drives me. Yes, it drives me. Damn, you're so I just wanna look at you. I just wanna look at you. I just wanna look at you all day. There ain't nothing wrong. No, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Once you sleep under my skin, there's nothing in this world that could wash you away. Once you sleep
Hey, it's Rick from Polaris, and you're listening to Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall.
That is Hold You Under, a flashback from Polaris on Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall, which, coincidentally, also featured this guy.
Hey, this is Marcus from Northlane, and you're listening to Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall.
This guy's such a regular to the podcast now, we should be charging him rent. Marcus Bridge from Northlane joins us to chat all about their forthcoming album, Alien. Mate, got two things I want to say to you right now. Congratulations and thank you.
Oh, thank you, man. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
The reason behind those two compliments, I got to say, is this is arguably, I have to say, the best release Northlane have ever put out. And a thank you for you being so open and honest in sharing these godforsaken stories from your past that have pretty much turned into these songs that are going to help so many people in the process.
Well, yeah, thank you. I guess that's what was, the most important thing to take away from the writing and recording process is, to make sure there was something that meant something in these songs. And early on, it was difficult to talk about all this stuff, but already I think that's a cool response. So, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Well, taking a look at what you've done so far, obviously with the first single, Bloodline, this is taken from a story from your youth, like a very young age, growing up with drug-addicted parents and the outcomes that sort of happen with that, condensed into such a heavy and thought-provoking song. For yourself, what was the indication or the moment that you sat there and realised, okay, I need to talk about these stories and get them out there?
Well, for me, it has been stuff I've wanted to talk about for a long time, but I've never really, had the confidence in myself, or felt like I was able to talk about it. And when John started sending through the instrumentals, and it was obviously having a way darker tone to it than we had before. And I don't know, like I said, it's something I wanted to talk about for a long time, and though it was quite difficult, it felt like the time to do it. And I guess the guys were all very supportive of it. I think they all wanted me to talk about my story and do my thing for a while. I just, like I said, not been confident enough to do it. So, yeah, the guys are really supportive, and I'm really proud of what we were able to achieve with this, because, it's a lot of stuff that I never thought I'd be able to talk about, especially not so monthly and in such an open way.
Yeah, well, the way that you've done it is just, it's hard-hitting, but it's also done in a way where, fans are going to listen to this, and, if those who have grown up in a similar situation, it's going to bring them closer to you than ever before. I mean, when fans listen to music, they love the heaviness of a song and, the lyrical content, but with that said, when this comes from such a strong and shocking place in the past, it really opens yourself to these fans to live vicariously through your life and go to show that, we're all messed up in some way, and we all come from a place that sort of shapes us to the people that we are today. And the way that you've come out the other side of this, it shows that you can have hope and you can have, a way to sort of look forward and get through those dark times and come out the other side successful, I guess.
Exactly. That's exactly what, the message is of this album, because, there's not really that much of a positive lyrical direction throughout it, but in the end, telling these stories and letting people know that it's not normal, but it's something that people go through, and many people do. Yeah, I think all of that together was just such an important story to tell, and music for me has to have some kind of meaning, and especially if it's coming from somewhere personal, it's always going to carry a lot more weight. But it's important to take these songs and, share in that experience of whatever I went through, no matter how good or bad. But to see at the end of the day that, I've been able to do something pretty amazing with my life despite all that. And it's not it's difficult to grow up in that kind of life, but it's something that's very achievable, is getting out. And it's just a matter of believing that you don't have to follow that path.
Yeah, and that's one of the key words I would use to explain this album to someone. It's hope. You're going through these rough times, but there is always hope at the end of it all. There is always that light at the end of the tunnel, that kind of thing. And this is just a pure example of what happens if you, have all of this stuff happen to you and you've got a positive outlook on life and you sort of just push yourself through it. This is what comes out the other side. Sure, there's a fantastic collection of metal and industrial metal sound behind it, which, not necessarily all of us have in our lives, but, the fact that you've put all of these struggles and issues with a fucking amazing backing instrumental, it's insane, how it's all worked together and how it just pushes just such a positive message.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, like I said, it was all quite difficult to get out, but that was always the end game. That was the important thing to take away from this, because it's so easy to just talk negatively and not have a meaning behind it, or have a reason for being angry, or to try and let this anger out, but also show that there is some positivity.
Well, let's take a look at one of the very first signs of this positivity that you're pushing through this album. This is the first single that came from the album, Bloodline, on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. One of the first songs from Northlane's new album, Alien Bloodline, on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. And Mark is still joining us now. I got to mention the fantastic piece that you and Mike Honan did, obviously talking about the album, talking about your experiences growing up and all that. And one thing that stuck with me was the fact that you haven't been able to watch the Bloodline video more than once or twice. Is that right?
Yeah, I watched it like once or twice after the fact, and only watched it 2 or 3 times while we were getting the edits back. Only because I had to watch it to make sure it was right. But since it's been out, yeah, I've not been able to really frequently watch that. Just because, yeah, in the past we've done music videos, it's a cool experience to put this piece of art together and then, yeah, see it come to life in a video. So I love watching our videos, but with this, yeah, because it has such a personal kind of, has made such a personal mark on me. It's really hard to watch.
Well, in regards to obviously, reliving these moments through the music video, how do you go with performing these on stage? I mean, just recently you did the tour of Japan and you're performing this song for the very first time. How do you get yourself out of that sort of situation where you're thinking about these words and experiences and lyrics? Like, do you kind of, have an out-of-body experience where you're just singing the words, or do you feel everything that you're singing on stage?
I think it depends on the night for me, to be honest. So sometimes I'm just going out and I'm playing and just enjoying it, enjoying the energy. But then sometimes there's those days where, you might see something or just one thought pops into your head that while you're singing the words kind of mess you up. Not like it's happened to me before. Like but nothing to do with this. It was just like, or a song. It would be, I know, some of those first tours I did with Northlane, I remember just looking back at the banner in the middle of Europe somewhere and thinking to myself, wow, this is something I never thought I'd be able to do. And I get a bit emotional because it's just like, wow, I'm in the middle of nowhere, living my dream. So it's one of those things that, yeah, if a moment gets me, I can kind of get a bit emotional. But for the most part, I like to just go out and try and enjoy myself.
Well, from what we've seen so far and all the experiences with Northlane, you do look like you're enjoying yourself on stage, especially with some of the more melodic songs. And in particular, I wanted to talk about a song on the new album called 4D. I've never heard such a beautiful sounding voice come from your mouth before. And I just want to say, like, I'm so stoked we get to see you opening up and showing that side of you. I mean, you know, you got the fans who are like, oh, I want to hear more screaming, more growls or whatever. But I love hearing Marcus sing because you've got such a beautiful voice behind you.
Thank you, man. You know, obviously it's something I love doing is singing, and you know, I love doing all of it really. But in the end, it all just kind of the songs call for what they call for, and wouldn't just throw the singing in if it was unnecessary. Or the same with the screaming. But I think we made a pretty got to a pretty cool balance of both of them this album. Even though it might seem, maybe it's a bit heavy on the overall. The moments that are melodic and singing, such as 4D, they're really special for me because they are a bit of a departure from the rest of the album. 4D is such an interesting song for me. I just really like, I don't know, that song's just really weird. And to have this kind of like almost EDM chorus thing, I don't know, it was just such a weird combo and it called for that.
Like, the best way I can sort of explain it is it's an eclectic crossover. Like, you've got metal, you've got industrial metal, there's the EDM and synth in there as well too. Like, this is new ground, would I dare say, for Northlane? You haven't done anything on point like this before in the past?
Absolutely. I think John's experimented with those kind of sounds before, maybe like with Mesmer and No, but yeah, I think this time around it's something that we've all like got a lot more experience and focus on what we wanted to do with the sounds. And also this album was self-produced, which meant that we could pretty much do whatever we want.
Yes.
I think that kind of opened a lot of doors to just, try different things that, you know, sometimes you might get into the studio and you've got these big multi-track synth things and the producer might be like, yeah, it's all cool, but there's too much going on, so we might get rid of that. For this, it was just like we could just do whatever the hell we wanted, and I think it shows like pretty special.
So essentially, this is the Northlane album that Northlane wanted, Northlane have put forth, and Northlane have released into the world. It's pretty much all of you without anyone else telling you not to do anything.
For the most part, yeah. Like, we did get some feedback from some close friends and people within the scene that we trust. But in the end, it was always, we would never change something because someone said they didn't like that and we should change that. Like, we'd only ever do it if all five of us were happy with that decision. And I think in the past that's happened before, where maybe there's something that more so we haven't had material written for it. So by the time we got to it, maybe our producer would help us kind of form some parts for it. And it might end up being something that's not us at all. It's the producer putting that piece into it, which is fine and what we needed at the time, I think. But what can you do? Yeah.
Well, what you can do is you keep doing what you're doing now, because Alien, in my opinion, is Northlane at your absolute best. This is a collection of what you guys have all been working towards and your way of, you know, sort of giving the fans what they want to hear, but what you want to put out, but also you don't give a fuck what other people think. This is Northlane doing what they want to do, and it's just a fantastic release. That's pretty much all I can say about it.
Well, thank you, man. That's actually a very good sum up of the whole album, I think.
Well, I can talk about it until the cows come home, but all we need to do is just make sure people get out there and go check it out. The new album, Alien, comes out August 2nd on UNFD. Pre-order it. You will not be fucking disappointed. Marcus Bridge of Northlane, thank you for joining us and sharing your dark secrets with the rest of the world.
Cheers, man. It's been a pleasure. Hey, this is Cody from Wage War, and you're listening to Wall of Sound. Up against the wall.
I'm too deep to believe I can face myself. It's hard not to give up when you go through hell. I'm trapped in my skin. This is my prison. Behind the bars I create for myself, no one else to blame. Alone and helpless, sometimes all this living in my shame. I can't explain, and you just won't get it. I can't numb no pain. I'm too deep to believe I can face myself. It's hard not to give up when you go through hell. I'm trapped in my skin. This is my prison. I can't explain. You'll never get it. So tell me what's the point now? I can't explain, and you just won't get it. I can't numb no pain. Numb the pain. I'm too deep to believe I can face myself. It's hard not to give up when you go through hell. I'm trapped in my skin. This is my prison. Trapped in my skin. This is my prison. This is my prison.
A brand new song from Wage War's forthcoming album Pressure on Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall. That one is called Prison, and it was one of two songs the band released this week. The second one being Me Against Myself, which was in that more melodic kind of metal side. Very akin to that of Beartooth and their songs Disease and Clever. So if you're a big Beartooth fan like myself, you would have definitely heard similarities in between those songs there. Now we've heard whispers that Wage War will be making their way to Australia again soon. No word yet on when that's going to be happening, but once it does, we'll keep you posted. However, Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes have announced their return. They'll be heading back down under in January 2020, kicking off in Brisbane on the 16th, and you can get your tickets right now through the website. Just head to andtherattlesnakes.com/tour for that one. If heavy metal is where your loyalty lies, you can check out Ross the Boss playing the infamous Man-O-War album Hail to England across Australia. That's happening in November, and they're visiting Adelaide, Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, and Perth. But the big one that caught our eye this week, which raised a couple of eyebrows, is Danny Wasnop from Asking Alexandria and Tommy Vext from Bad Wolves have announced they're going to be doing an East Coast tour throughout December. They'll be hitting up Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne for a couple of shows, one all ages, one 18+, and that one kicks off on December 18 in Brizzy. But the thing is, we've been waiting for years now for Asking Alexandria to make their return to Australia, especially on the back of their new self-titled album that they put out at the end of 2017, and still nothing from the band just yet. Now, we do know Danny put out a bit more of like a country bluesy solo album not too long ago, so my assumption is we're going to hear a lot of those songs and maybe a couple of Asking Alexandria songs in between. Tommy Vex, you might remember, he had his solo band Vexed, which he made a couple of years back, and I can guarantee he's going to be playing a whole bunch of those songs, plus some Bad Wolves songs as well. Now, having a look at these dates, they're sort of around like the middle of December, and you might remember last year, the Good Things Festival happened at the start of December, so I'm going to chuck a little something into the universe and see if anything happens with this. My assumption could be that Asking Alexandria and Bad Wolves might feature on the 2019 version of Good Things Festival, and the guys will stick around afterwards and do this solo tour. I could be completely wrong on that one, don't quote me, but who knows, it could be an idea of why they're coming down under doing a solo tour as opposed to bringing their bands back. We do know Bad Wolves have a new album in the works right now, and Asking Alexandria just put out their new song The Violence a couple of weeks back too. We still haven't seen them bring that self-titled album to Australia, which was amazing, so I kind of hope they haven't given up on that touring cycle yet, and we do get to see them play a whole bunch of shows. But until that point, make sure you go and check out those guys if that's up your alley. However, right now, talking about Asking Alexandria, I'm going to get on that new song for you. This is called The Violence, on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
Open up, drink it in, don't ask too many questions. Become the vessel for the shame and feed you through suggestion. There's a rumor on the breeze, secrets that bring you to your knees. We read the problem, we are the poison. Whoa. Close your eyes, surrender your beliefs to them for holding. Wait patiently to hear whatever changing lights are showing. There's a whisper in the wind, eventual storm that's rolling in. They have the answers, give what they can, so we become the we become. All they wanted was violence, to put their shades on your fires. It's all the worst that's inside us. We're bringing the violence, the violence. Back and forth, daily take apart what you've been building. Everything you have is to be fed into the system. There's a force out pushing fear, a deafening silence drawing near. Sin absorbed, guess we've been toxic all along. All they wanted was violence, to put the chains on your fires. It's all the worst that's inside us. We're bringing the violence, the violence. To put the chains on your fires. It's all the worst that's inside us. We're bringing the violence, the violence. I'm not alone. Remember, this is what you asked for. I'm on the edge and I'm not alone. Remember, this is what you asked for. All you wanted was violence, to plant your seeds and divide us. You want the worst that's inside us. We're bringing the violence, the violence. We'll fall before you divide us. It's all the worst that's inside us. Bringing the violence, the violence.
Hi, this is Sam.
And Dan.
And we're in the band Architects, and this is Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall. I'm betting lies to point
going to survive on this planet, we have to respect the rights of all of those species to survive, because we need them more than they need us.
Unless it's times on broken steps, will the ends of corruption quit? There is a voice that they cannot speak. Are you ready to ignite the pain? You can hear the cry, they're calling out to the motherland. She's crying out. You can hear the cry, they're calling out to the motherland. She's bleeding out. When tragedy is blood and soul, it saves the pain is what is waiting. Gold!
As if I wasn't going to play those guys, Architects on Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall. Their Holy Hell Tour kicks off on Tuesday, August 6th next week in Adelaide. You can still pick yourself up a couple of tickets to the shows that are around the country. Brisbane, however, at the new Fortitude Music Hall has sold out. And we got the chance to go and check out that venue the other week for the official opening. It is fucking amazing, and I cannot wait to see what Architects, Polaris, and While She Sleeps do inside this venue. It is bigger than expected. Those from Brisbane who are listening to this, it's kind of like a combination of what would happen if you blended Eaton's Hill together with the Tivoli. Like, there's plenty of space down the bottom. The balcony out top is incredible. It wraps all the way around the venue, and there's levels there, so you're not going to be stuck behind someone tall who's sitting on the balcony. There are plenty of spaces to check this band out, and we'll be there front row center for this. So if you see the Wall of Sound crew getting around, make sure you stop us and say g'day. But that's it for this week's podcast. Thank you so much for checking it out. Make sure you give it a like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, share it around, and pick yourself up a copy of Northlane's new album, Alien. It is fucking phenomenal, and I'm so stoked for the boys in the musical direction that they are heading. Their Alien tour is also coming up in October, kicking off in Sydney from October 11th, so make sure you get your tickets for that and go see these songs live. Next week on the show, it is my absolute pleasure to reveal I'm going to be joined by the one and only Adam D from Killswitch Engage. They've got their new album Atonement coming up very soon, and we're going to talk all about that and what it was like getting former frontman Howard Jones back into the studio again for the song that they've released with him. Heads up, this song is fucking phenomenal too. I don't know if they're going to release it as a single beforehand. If they do, you're going to love it. If not, make sure you get a copy of the album and check that song out in particular. We'll talk all about that in next week's episode, but right now let's get on the brand new single for Killswitch Engage. This one's called I Am Broken Too on Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall. My name is Browny. I'll catch you next week.